So Rob's been out today and picked up all the tiles on one run, and then went back to get all the tile cement, and he was going to pick up some more plasterboard, but unfortunately I think they must have had it outside. It were all wet down the back, so he just left it. So we're going to leave it a little bit, and then probably later this week go back and get some more plasterboard so we can finish the ceiling in the other half. So yeah, but we've got plenty to do in the meantime.
So on the ceiling, progress has been slowed down somewhat because, as Mandy says, the plasterboards I went to collect were wet, which you don't really want in a plasterboard. So we're up to here. I have put noggins all around the edges where the plasterboard will sit against and keep the bottom half of the beam showing. So it's slowed down somewhat, but hopefully this coming week we'll get some fresh plasterboard and get it up and in place, ready for Mandy to fill and sand and paint.
Right, I'm going to make some quince jam. So I've just washed all these off. I'm going to cut them, core them, and then I'm going to grate them into the pan. So I'll show you when that bit's done. Right, and that's all the quince grated with the skins as well. And then 1/4 of a cup of lemon juice and 4 1/4 cups of water. So we bring this to the boil and then we let it simmer roughly about 10-15 minutes until it goes soft. And then we can add the sugar, bring it to boil again, and then just let it simmer away until it goes into a jam consistency. So it's the first time I've done this, so hopefully it'll turn out alright, and I'll show you when it's done. Well, that's gone soft now, so we've added the sugar, brought it to the boil, and then we'll just let it cook like this for 30 to 50 minutes until it goes like a pinky colour, and the right consistency, and then we can jar it. Can't wait to taste it. So today we are in the clouds. It's quite cold, It's raining and it's quite windy, if you can hear that on camera. So, I'll show you what we're up to. In these old houses, there's nothing square, there's no right angles, so laying tiles becomes a problem. So, rightly or wrongly, because we're not experts at this, we've laid the tiles out too high. So this door isn't in line with this hole in the wall, because this hole in the wall had to be where we could get it, so it don't run parallel. So what we've tried to do is, from that little step there where these rooms are going to be, we've tried to measure off that and put 3 tiles and then a long run. These are just laid at the moment, they're not cemented down, excuse my shadow. So when we look from this side, bear with me a second, I more or less stood in the middle of the doorway, and it goes up, and it more or less hits the middle of this doorway. So that's what we're trying to go for. So when you walk in, you get a moderately straight line. So we've lined it up with the laser level, so we've got this line straight, and we're going to start with the 3s, my shadow again, and bring them up to this line, which we know how we want it. So we're all prepared. Rob's just going to be doing a mix in a minute, and we'll start getting these tiles down. That's what they look like. We did want to do it the same as the kitchen tiles, the big cream ones, but unfortunately they are €2 more a square metre than what they were when we bought those. So these are the cheapest ones we could find, and we don't actually mind the terracotta colour. So yeah, so this is what we're going to be using in here. So we'll get on with that. This is where we got to yesterday, right up to the door over there. We haven't done the bits that we need to cut yet. We'll just get all the main ones in first and then go from there. But yep, so if you can see, I'll show you. We're in the clouds again today, and it's still raining. So another day of tiling. See where we get to. Rob's just done me another mix that the chicken's inspecting to make sure it's the right consistency and everything. As per. Tools at the ready. Off we go.
Whether it's sunny weather or inclement weather, whatever it is, it's always spectacular.
Alfie.
A bit wetter than before, so it should spread better.
Okay. You better get it on then, Anna. Right, so this is where we've got to in here. So we laid quite a few more yesterday. Like I said, we're just doing the full ones, and then Rob will cut the side pieces, scribe them, and then we'll get them down after. But we're just concentrating on this side of the room first. So Rob's had to go and get some animal food. So I've done a mix, and I'm going to start on that bit over there and get that down. And then we'll have to move the pull table over to this side once it's dry, and then I can do round there and under steps. So let's get on with it. That's another section done. So I've gone right up to the pull table there, and my shadow again, and done these few here. Rob's started to cut the ones that are not dirty there. So he's cut all those out, so I'm about to put those in now. And then as he's cutting, I can bed them in.
I've started scribing the edge tiles to butt up against the wall. The wall's obviously not straight, so it needs a lot of jiggling about with it. Couple down, there's all the rest of the edging to do. This step, we basically threw it in without a thought, and it's slightly not square, so it is still loose. Well, it takes two to move it, but it is loose, it's not bedded in, so that will be adjusted so this front edge will be level with this edge of the tiles. It just wants swinging round a little bit and then bedding in. So this will be left as granite. I think this face stone is left as granite, and the step will be in the terracotta tiles with a lining round these three sides, and then the cream tiles will butt up onto the top of the rear one. So it'll be all nice, neat, and yeah, fair bit of work to do because the angle grinder obviously cuts at a circular kind of thing, So I'll cut those edges flat so we can tile it neatly.
Today, Ozzy laid her first egg. So these are the normal size ones, and this little tiny one is Ozzy's. So that's 3, 4, 5 chickens that are laying eggs now. 3 to go. These are all the tomatoes off the random tomato plant that I had in my garden. So I decided to pull it. There's a couple that are red in there, but most of them are green. So I'm going to make some, I think it's green chutney out of this lot. It's quite a big bowl full, so all off one plant. So more things to preserve. As of the 1st of November, we can start burning brush and things and twigs that we can't use and wood that we can't use. So somebody down there has probably done an olive harvest and is burning all the twigs off. So as you can see, it's filling the valley. So at some point, probably next week sometime, as long as it's not raining, we will be burning all that lot. And then we can start trimming things down, and what we can't use we can burn, what we can use we'll chip, and candle holders and things, and yeah.
The first stage of making a tea light holder is find a bit of wood that's quite straight, doesn't taper off too much, and about the right size. And we just cut it to whatever length you require, and we'll work out where the actual holes for the tea lights go later. So we'll just cut this up. And as you can see, it gives a nice finish to the grain. That's that one. So that's basically it. That's your starting place. Right, next. Sorry about the mess. But next is try and find a flat side to it, which is probably this side. And I'll plane that off so it's flat. Then it can go over to the table saw, and the flat side will run down the guide. And I've worked out a little system where it keeps my fingers out of the way of the blade. That system being that, nice and tight, and I can handle the wood without getting close to the blade. The next is just to set this, and maybe you want it a little bit deeper. I'll just move it over slightly, clamp that down. Right, plug it in, that would help. Right, so take this nice and slow. and it leaves quite a nice finish to it. It's probably a bit damp in the centre of this wood, so probably not ideal, but that gives you your two parallel cuts. This one will have 3 lights in it. So the first one to cut is the centre one, which I've just marked as dead centre. And sideways I'll just line it up by eye, making sure I've got the same on the bit. And then it's just a case of drilling. So that's, just need to spin it round so I get the centre, find the centre with the tip of the bit, which is about there. So that's ready to drill. It has a preset depth on here, so when it gets to that point, that's the correct depth for a light. Obviously I'll drill another 2 in this, and then Monday we'll sand and stain it all up so it's all lovely. But yeah, that's pretty much the process. And thank you to our Patreon who provided us with these bits, which are called, I believe, Forstner bits. So thank you very much, that's given us a leg up. So that's it.
Right, that's that bit all dry. Rob's going to be working on these bits to fill in this today. So hopefully by end of day we'll have a complete floor on this side of the room. So yeah, it's looking really good. Still do need to clean these off properly. But yeah, looks good. Pleased. So Rob's scribed all these now. A few that he's still got to do, there's little bits there, but he's got all this done. So I can then get all these bedded in, and I can move that big lump so I can carry on. But editing today, so that'll be for another day. have some rain and the ground gets soft. And look what happens. There's holes everywhere. Did you do that? Did you make that hole? Alfie? Did you make that hole? Was it you? Zorro? Meow. Olive harvesting normally takes everybody 2 to 3 days. With us, it's probably 2 to 3 minutes. We've not got too many, but I don't even know if I can fill this little jar, but we'll give it a go. That's 3.
Just see if Mandy needs some help.
Well, that's it. It was a bit optimistic to fill the jar. 2 to 3 minutes.
No help required.
And our first citrus fruits. I'm not sure whether these are limes or the start of lemons. So if anybody knows, can you let me know so I know what to expect? But the good thing is, the other citrus trees, this is definitely an orange, it's starting to get blooms. So we'll just have to wait and see. So it's not only the olive season, it's also the season of chestnuts. So we've just picked these few up from one of the trees that we've got just outside our border. So these are sweet chestnuts that you can eat, so we'll get those roasted and have a few chestnuts.
we hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and leave us a hype.
And a comment, please.
Hello, buddy. Right, but
Just to let you all know, we have now got a store. So we've loaded up some merchandise and got all that in there. There's 3 different collections. So it's the Planet Portugal collection, the botanical collection of all things that are here, and also the last big adventure collection. We are going to be uploading the candle holders onto another collection called Farmhouse Creations. So that's coming very soon once we sort out postage and everything. So if you want to have a look, it's on our page. You can see where it says store. Go and have a look.
great Christmas presents.
Yeah. Sell.
Yeah, I think that's the kind of big news this week.
Yep.
So have a good few days. We'll see you next Tuesday. Look after yourselves, take care, and ciao for now.
Sorry, dogs are knocking table. Anyway, bye.
Bye.